Welcome back to the Game Ain't Free podcast. We back with another episode. Why the female is giving all the money to the male, or to the pimp, or manager, whatever you want to call it. How to have a female put the money in your hand. Real GAME. Now, right off the bat, I'm just going to tell you, you know what I'm saying? Game is sold, not told. So if you're not hitting that like button, you're not hitting that subscribe button, you ain't turning on post notifications, it's a problem. But anyway, I'm gonna give y'all some game, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to get the full recipe, not for free. No. How to get her to put it in your hand. You know, it's a mindset. It's a mindset. You know, you have to represent yourself as a brand. You know, you yourself are a brand. If you don't identify yourself as a brand, why would people invest into you? You know, people want something that they invest in that, you know what I'm saying, they're going to get some type of return. Whether, in the female sense, whether that's protection, whether that's mental stability, you know, whether that's a love connection, business connection, you know, you may be the connect, you know, you may be the one who's able to open certain doors for certain people. That way that they can continue to get that bag. You know, but let me tell you this, you know, I will tell y'all this. Don't expect no female to put some money in your hand if you out here simping. You know what I'm saying? And that should be a no-brainer. Should be a no-brainer. But hold on, let me spark this weed. That should be a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying? You cannot expect a female to put it in your hand if you're out here simping. Spending all your time with the bitch and you ain't, you know what I'm saying? You spending all your time with the bitch doing this and that for her, thinking you getting some type of cool points, but realistically you being a bitch. You know, because if you're spending all your time with her, what the fuck does she think in the back of her mind? Damn, this nigga spending all his time with me, he don't got nothing going on for himself. You know what I'm saying? You may be plotting on some shit, you know what I'm saying, underneath the radar, or at least you think you may be plotting on some shit underneath the radar, thinking you got some shit in the works. But if you're spending all your time with the female, it's not gonna work like that, bruh. You know what I'm saying? You have to learn how to be able to distance yourself. You know how you got to learn how to be able to move strategically. You know what I'm saying? You can't let nobody know your next move. You know, you have to kind of be unpredictable. You know, you have to be unpredictable, but you can't be unpredictable, full of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You got to be full of good surprises. You know what I'm saying? You never know what they're gonna. You never know what you're gonna get next, type deal. You know what I'm saying? Keep a female on their toes. You know what I'm saying? Make sure, you know what I'm saying, they don't know your next move or how you coming. You know what I'm saying? But they know you always got a plan. If you always got a plan, you know what I'm saying, you closer to being the man. If you always got a plan, you closer to being the man. You know what I'm saying? You got to come with a plan. You got to come with it with confidence. You know, if you ain't bringing in that confidence, why would anybody invest into you? Like I told you, you have to identify yourself as a brand. And don't identify yourself as somebody else's brand. You need to create your own brand. You need your own program. And you got to stick to that program and work that program and run that program so you can get some motion inside that program. You know what I'm saying? You want to have a collective of entities inside that program, you know what I'm saying, funding the program, you know? How you think you're gonna get the money in your hand if you ain't programming correctly? You're not putting in the work. You're not identifying yourself as a business. You're a business, you know what I'm saying? You gotta take ownership. You know what I'm saying? It could be done. Trust me. It could be done. You could get any female to put it in your hand, bro. You could get any female to put it in your hand. You just gotta come with the right plan, and it's gotta make sense. You know, if it don't make sense, how can it make dollars? You know, if it's not even making sense. You know, you gotta be strategic. You know what I'm saying? You gotta move correctly. And I'll say this again: there can't be an ounce of simp in your blood. Simping is off limits. You know what I'm saying? Stop being thirsty. You know? Some of y'all, you know what I'm saying? Some of y'all trying to be fucking bitches and shit on some, you know what I'm saying? You just want to hit it and quit it type shit, or you just want it for a few times. But you're sitting there texting them every single day, and you know what I'm saying, you're texting them like y'all boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, you're doing too much for some coochie, you know what I'm saying, for a bitch that you don't even want, you know. And prime example of this, you know what I'm saying, Fresh and Fit, you know what I'm saying. Have y'all seen the Fresh and Fit podcast? I'm sure some of y'all have. Well, Fresh, the black dude, you know what I'm saying, he started fucking on this Asian girl. You know, apparently, you know what I'm saying, they've been going at it for, you know what I'm saying, a couple months. You know what I'm saying? According to text messages, recorded phone calls, that was his girlfriend. You know? How did you know what I'm saying, recorded phone conversations and all this get out? You know what I'm saying? You gotta stay on your P's and Q's, fellas. You know? You know, you gotta be mindful of what you're doing. But according to those text messages, you know, and the recorded phone conversations that I heard, this man was in a full ass relationship. And you know what I'm saying, he can't sit there and say, oh no, I had other women, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't tied down or nothing like that, I'm doing me. You can't say that if all your vibes and energy and the things that you're saying, it's given relationship, bruh. And then you get her pregnant because you're raw dogging and nutting all inside of her for a month or whatever. And now oh no, I don't want kids. Nah, get rid of the baby. Like, bruh, that's some sucker shit right there. You know, that's beyond simp behavior. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool. That's not, you know what I'm saying? You're not that guy. You know what I'm saying? Why would you fuck something raw that you wouldn't have kids with? That's just fucking stupid. Especially the position that you have. And then you tell her, oh no, I don't want kids. I don't want, like, you're causing more damage right now than if you'd have been like, all right, you know what I'm saying, you can keep the baby, you know, I'll be there for it. It's your child, you know. You're sinning, you're committing a bigger sin by, you know what I'm saying, not trying to claim your child, you know, by trying to just be like, oh yeah, no, I don't want kids. I told you I don't want kids. Like, straight up just being a bitch. Like, man up. You got money. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to go clock in at a job. Take care of your fucking kids, man. It's a duty in the Bible. You know, it's one of the biggest sins. You know what I'm saying? You abandon your kids. That shit is not cool. And you want to say, oh, well, you know, we already sinned by having sex. Not necessarily, bruh. You know, really read and understand the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Just because you have sex with a female, that does not make it sin. You know, you don't have to be married to that female to have sex with them. Look at King Solomon. You know, the man had 700 concubines. Those aren't women he was married to. They were concubines, baby mothers, mistresses. You know what I'm saying? And God approved all of it. What God didn't approve of what Solomon, what he did, he started, worshiping false idols that certain women got him to do, got him off of his path of the Lord. He started steering in the wrong direction. That is what God was upset with, not because he was fucking hoes. So, now that we got that cleared up, in this episode, this podcast episode, not even really about Fresh and Fit, but that's just the example of simp behavior. Why are you giving relationship vibes to a female and then be like, oh, this bitch is crazy? Bro, that's pathetic. You gotta do fucking better. You gotta do fucking better. A bitch will never put it in your hand if you behave like that. And you may think, oh, okay, well, that's just with this female, you know what I'm saying? I'll get it together with it. No, bro. Not on that stage. Fresh as fucked, you know what I'm saying? That, that message, that situation is now in the atmosphere. Bitches talk, females talk. That's gonna get around. They know, oh, this guy's a fuckboy. That's what the females are gonna think. Not that I don't give a fuck. Me personally, I don't care, you know what I'm saying? Fresh, do what you do, you know what I'm saying? But you gotta think about what the females is gonna be thinking. They're not fucking with you if that's the way you're moving. You know what I'm saying? It's just real life. A bitch ain't gonna put it in your hand ever. You know what I'm saying? If you moving and behaving like that, don't matter how rich you are, how much clout you have, you know what I'm saying, what position you may think you in. You do some sucker shit like that, some clown shit like that, you know what I'm saying, give it a rest. Give it a rest. Now, I could really dive in and give y'all a breakdown on how y'all can, you know what I'm saying, potentially get a female and potentially get her to put the money in your hand, you know what I'm saying, without her having to go sit on some corner and, you know what I'm saying, actually do some, you know what the fuck. I'm not gonna say it because this is going on YouTube. But, you know what I'm saying? If y'all want a full breakdown of that, you know what I'm saying, that's just gonna be on the Patreon. I'm not putting that shit on YouTube. And game like that ain't free, you know what I'm saying? That shit costs. But what I will say this, if y'all could somehow get 500 comments on this video, y'all hit that like button, y'all hit that subscribe button, hey, we could talk about it, you know what I'm saying? We could talk about it. This is really just, for the people that, you know what I'm saying, really trying to get on that type of timing, get on that, you know what I'm saying, just trying to improve their skills, you know what I'm saying. You can always learn a new trade, and this is an excellent trade to have, you know what I'm saying, be able to have people put money in your hand because they just, they trust your business because you're identifying yourself as a business. Now, you may have a clothing business, something like that. All right, that's cool. But the brain is very powerful, and people are only using about 14% of their brain. What happens if you unlock an extra 5%, and you actually create a new personality? Well, that personality should be a business. You know what I'm saying? Don't fucking create no fucking crazy personality, you know what I'm saying? And you just got some bullshit split personality. Create a fucking business. Create a fucking business that you can tap into at any time. The brain is very powerful though, and if you unlock more percentage of your brain, there's no telling on what you can do, on what you can become. Now, I'm honestly giving out too much free game, but it's okay because a lot of this shit is gonna slip over people's heads, so it really doesn't matter. And people need that full breakdown anyway, to really understand the game. And to get that full breakdown, you know what I'm saying? Game is sold, not told. It would be on the Patreon, you know what I'm saying? If you're subscribed to the Patreon, you know what I'm saying? That means you're contributing financially. And you know what I'm saying? And it's not free, you know what I'm saying? So you're gonna be able to get that game. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be able to get that to y'all. But you know, I'm just gonna leave it at that, you know. Rewatch the video, re-listen to the scenario about what happened with Fresh. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? Stop simping. Stop simping. Stop giving relationship vibes if that's not your intention to these females. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna catch you on the next one. Game Ain't Free Podcast. Hit that subscribe button.